There are two camps. Either you love console exclusives or you hate them. I think that most people choose one console and then they're heartbroken when the game that they've been eyeing out isn't coming to their console of choice. I get it, it sucks. Not everyone can be as cool as me and own every console. I'm in severe credit card debt. There's a sense of pride and ownership that you have with the console you choose, and so as soon as the exclusives start going to other platforms, that can be pretty upsetting. And currently, Xbox is doing exactly that, testing the waters with smaller games such as Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, and Sea of Thieves. No big crown jewel of Xbox has gone over, but there is a big rumor that one such game is, and that game could be Forza Horizon 5. Personally, I think that this is bad, and it's not because I feel betrayed by Xbox or anything like that. Nope, it's one word: competition.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
During the PS4 and Xbox One era, most would agree that the PS4 won that generation. Not only do the sales prove that, but Xbox's Phil Spencer, the CEO himself, even admitted it.
We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
The PS4 didn't win that generation because it had the best hardware or the best looking UI or the nicest controller. No, not because of any of that. It is because simply it had the best exclusives. God of War, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, the list goes on. All those incredible games came to only PlayStation and not to Xbox. Not only did Sony make the very best video games so that they could sell as many copies as possible, but they also did it so that people would pick the PS4 over the Xbox One. Look, Xbox did release some exclusives, but they weren't as amazing and there weren't as many. And let's be honest, Xbox did not try nearly as hard as the PlayStation did.
We unveiled an ambitious system built for a modern connected living room.
PlayStation 4 disc-based games don't need to be connected online to play.
At one stage, it did look like that Xbox wanted to bring more exclusives to their console, and so they started to acquire a whole bunch of game studios. But now they are bringing more and more exclusives over to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, and so it's feeling like there is less reason to own an Xbox, which means they slowly aren't becoming a company that wants to sell consoles. Which means that PlayStation doesn't really have much incentive anymore to keep making these amazing exclusive games because, after all, most people are now coming over to them because the competition is slowly dying. This doesn't mean that I think Xbox have completely kicked the bucket. They are still trying, especially with Game Pass, where there you can play big games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Doom The Dark Ages on day one of that subscription. However, it's still coming to PlayStation. A quick side note, I do know and I'm aware that there's the PC conversation side of things that just everyone should just get a PC. However, personally, I love PlayStation exclusives, and so I'd rather get a PS5 because you get a PC. You're waiting maybe 2 to 3 years until they finally bring it over to PC, and in some cases it's not a great port, but I just think that's a great move from Sony because people play the game on there and then they're going to want to play the sequel, and then only comes to the consoles. Overall, I think that Xbox bringing the exclusives over to PlayStation means that PlayStation have less reason to make those quality, amazing exclusives that we all know and love because the competition just doesn't seem to be there anymore. At the end of the day, when there's competition between two companies, the consumer always wins. But anyway, that's it from me. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, maybe even consider subscribing. But honestly, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Head on down to the comments. Let's talk about it there. I am that freaking geek. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.